when these open doors are open and
I know each week we seem to just recreate ourselves.
Yes.
But yet we're doing it again. It's the greatest Saturday show in the world. But as you can see,
Got better.
You can
just
see.
got better as we do. There's
Hello.
Ginny Chu. We're doing this live on video. And it just so happened, the mic goes on and I spill Coca-Cola
Yes, which was
I'm
intended.
glad you explained yourself right away.
all over my, because I don't want people to jump to their own conclusions. I think it has a lot to do with you bringing in that damn rain song all the time. So part of me just kind of wants to drench myself. It's the greatest Saturday show in the world. It's the video show. How we doing?
Great.
I'm great,
A bit
as
nervous,
always.
I have to say.
Nervous?
you.
Yes.
Jenny Ju, you're listened to by hundreds of millions of people all over
But
the
I'm
world.
not seen by hundreds.
Exactly.
You are
millions
now,
of
though.
people.
Maybe
You
we
are.
have weird mannerisms.
I
Can't
think we
see
might.
them.
Actually, Ginny gets shy, and you bring in crap music. That's the weird mannerisms that we're talking about. Oh, and people can now
Not
see
this
your
week.
annoyed face when I say things like that to you. Quite a bit going on. We've got a lot of stuff. Colleen, what do you...
Ooh, I have a listener of the week,
Great.
direct from Mexico.
Is it? It's
is
not
that him?
It's not Mexico.
It's Mexico Bob.
Brilliant. Great guy. All
He
right.
didn't even actually apply to be Shameless Listener of the Week, so I had to dig up all kinds of information. So
I am
see what
finding
we've
our,
got.
I am finding our listeners to be humble. We're actually forcing,
Exactly.
shameless and
Yeah,
fame on
exactly.
them. That's
And-
okay. They'll thank us later.
Do
And
you
last
want
time-
to rebrand it? Not shameless.
No, because it's already a mouthful. I would probably forget it.
Shameless and/or humble listener of the week.
Yes.
We have some stuff about foreign to Chinese marriages.
Okay. Nice.
It's pretty interesting.
Right.
Some revealing facts.
Exactly,
there, I bet.
especially for Canadians.
Oh, of course. It's always the nationalist, right?
I got enough slack from my Avril pick
Avril.
last week.
Lord. Sorry about downloading the wrong one. I was not going to waste any more time trying to find the right one. Baza
okay.
put up like 8 links. Here it is in Portuguese, Italian, German.
I know, it's so funny.
Baza's
Baza.
great. Avril is not. Do you have anything better than Avril?
There's a holiday in Shanghai coming up.
great.
It's a little known holiday. We're going to ask Jenny what it's about.
Okay.
Has to do with graves.
Oh, it's actually a Chinese holiday.
Chinese
Yeah.
holiday,
It's
yeah.
a traditional.
Exactly. And something to do with the Olympics, which are 467 days away.
She's counting down.
Wow.
I found
it's-
it on Shanghai.
Speaking of countdowns, it's about 3 weeks till the lovely Colleen leaves us.
Yes.
Oh, can you believe that?
I can't.
soon.
I can't.
I can't.
We're actually nearing a year's worth of shows on the Saturday
Yes.
show. I can't believe that either.
And also, I've just become the self-appointed event organizer for Colleen's going party.
Really?
Yes.
Okay. Off the camera
I'm glad.
and off the mic, I'll give you some ideas I've heard of what she likes at her parties. Anything else? Because, oh my God, I've got loads.
3 weeks, you guys have to find a replacement too.
You know what?
Let's
let the people find the replacement.
Nah,
We've got
okay.
loads. I mean, come on. They listen. We're huge everywhere. And we're in Shanghai.
I still doubt that.
So I'm going to start the Chinese classified ad to replace Colleen.
Hey, that's a good idea.
Here's what you have to be. Cool.
Yeah.
Edgy. Good looking. You can see from the camera.
Yes.
Good looking. You have to bring in music that just numbs the mind of those listening.
This is important.
And you have to
What about gender?
love rain. What's that?
What about gender? A girl or a boy or?
Girl, please.
What about
Please?
Chinese or foreign?
Don't care. Any listener, anybody listening in Shanghai, send us, not your CV, because obviously we don't care about these things.
Exactly.
Eric just
Your
wants
picture.
the photo.
Send us
Yes, your
the top
picture.
5 crazy things about you.
Yes. Or top 5 poses in a picture,
Or a calendar of yourself doing different poses.
which you've gotten before, which I can actually, because this is video, splice in some of those pictures because you sent me the link.
That's true.
If you're not nice. Anything else? Come on, I've got stuff.
Yeah, just a little thing about cats.
Just a little thing about
Right.
cats.
All right, now, and what about you?
Can you say one more thing? I'm getting ready to take a drink, Coco.
Sure. Cats in Shanghai, it's kitten season. So there's lots of kittens.
Why is it
Fantastic.
kitten season?
All right, stop talking. My
Excuse
turn.
The birds and the bees.
Oh, what? She's dirty. And we can't edit, so interesting. Here's what I've got. I want to talk about Xinjiang. I want to talk about Xinjiang food, and I want to talk about the other thing they offer you on the streets, how you guys see that. Huashan bike race coming up 1 week from, not today, because today's Wednesday.
Huangshan, can I ask you, do you say Huangshan, Huang Mountain or Yellow Mountain? I've been asked that 100 times by my Chinese
Huangshan,
friends.
right?
Yeah,
Yellow
Huangshan.
Mountain. Yeah.
The
What's question?
mountain. What do you call it properly in English?
Yellow Mountain? Right? It's Yellow Mountain?
Yellow Mountain.
Yeah, I think it's Yellow Mountain. But we're actually going to a place called Xidi, Xidi. That's where the bike
Xidi.
race starts. So we'll talk about that. A new Chinese pod meetup. Actually, 2, because I bet we can get Colleen once she goes back to Northern America.
I'm no Chinese teacher.
And I am.
Good point.
Yeah. So we've got that. We've got
Lots of strong words you could teach.
a couple of meetups, and it's my week for the music. Speaking of music, I talked to a friend of mine today, Lindy, out of Cold Fairland, and she's going to be on the show next week, and she's going to bring in some of their new releases, their CDs coming up, and she's going to be playing the Peepaw, and it's cool.
That's so exciting.
Come on, you're leaving. We've got to do
I'm
some
so excited.
big stuff.
I don't even know what a
Impress you.
peepaw is, but it sounds cool.
Okay, maybe you shouldn't go to that Chinese pod meetup. It's a peep. I talked about the Peepaw last week.
I know it's a traditional instrument, but I've never seen it.
Okay, you should really listen to the show.
All right, let's get started.
Here we go. What should we get started?
Let's get started with Bob this week.
Bob.
Bob, Mexico Bob.
Mexico Bob makes me
Hello.
laugh. He's funny.
Hello, Mexico Bob.
Actually, we could say hola. And we're learning that.
So he's
yes.
American. He has been working in Mexico for 7 years. He's a manager of quality assurance.
Good to know.
Exactly. At a railroad equipment repair company.
All the more important.
Exactly. He's got a main squeeze named Gina. and he has plans to...
Like Tone Loc. Hi, my name is Gina.
Gina.
Oh, Gina.
Gina.
Okay.
And him and Eric are going to open a fish taco
Fish taco store.
stand.
First fish taco stand in Shanghai.
Exactly.
You guys ever had fish tacos?
No.
You're missing
no,
out.
I haven't. They haven't made it north yet.
Oh, that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Bob sends us a lot of interesting information every week for the Saturday show.
Yes.
So a lot of the random facts like potatoes in
Don't
space.
say that.
Stuff like that.
No.
We've
I've
got a
just
team
realized-
of researchers for the show. And
Mexico Bob carries half of our show, and Will
Exactly.
carries the other half.
they don't need us.
So
now
you
anymore.
could replace me with Mexico Bob if he was in town.
No boys allowed. All girls. I like that. Even my assistant Cassandra is a girl. I'd like being surrounded. So
Cassandra.
Hey, Cassandra.
Hello.
So okay, Mexico Bob.
Yep. And he's very active on blogs and forums, as many names. Mexico Bob, Bob Morotek, and his Chinese name, which is Ma Baobo.
马鲍勃
Like Mexico.
你好
Yeah.
But you could say Boa being Bob, and you could say Mexico is Mexico. Mexico.
Mochiga.
Mexico.
墨西哥
Mexico Bob. Bao. Mexico Bao.
墨西哥鲍勃
I like that
墨西哥
better.
鲍勃
That just rolls off the tongue. I like
Yeah.
that. So Mexico Bob.
Mexico Bob. That's all I found out. So what do you guys know?
I know he makes me laugh. He's quite funny. And he was the person when we mentioned likealocal.cn, which is a
Yes,
great site.
who-
He was the person who not only wrote our friend Mark a lovely email, he sent him money to kind of further that and to get more people. He's an incredibly wonderful man.
He has a large heart.
Philanthropist.
So we can say, muchas gracias,
Exactly.
Senor Bob. Why can we say that? Because if you don't know, we launched Spanish Sense, the name I don't like, but the show I
Spanish
do.
Sense.
And based on some early reviews, some initial accounts, it is the puta madre, which if you don't know, you will not learn on Spanish
Puta
Sense.
madre.
You don't want to
They'll
say
need
that?
their strong word of the week in Spanish, I guess.
Aquillo vides.
Seriously. What's that?
Aquillo vides. Green ice. That's the only thing I know in Spanish.
Interesting. Well, you put that together with what I just taught you, and boy, do you have a party. But definitely Spanish Sense. Is it SpanishSense.com?
Was it blue ice?
SpanishSense.com. I think
SpanishSense.com.
Spanish Pod was taken.
Okay, I
so
would
that's
hope so.
Why.
Okay, Spanish Sense. But it's going good if you want to learn Spanish. And then
Exactly.
maybe someday soon the Sabato show. We'll have the Chinese show, the Qingxi Liu show, and the Sabato show. So be sure and visit that. Mexico Bob, listener of the week. Speaking of listeners, most of them are cool, hip, edgy, lovely, kind. Some of them are not. Some of them we saw at the last week's show on the comments.
Oh,
Comment
yes.
what you like, but so I think just some people don't like me. It's like,
Would you rather be boring or controversial, though?
yeah, it's true.
Controversial is way better.
However, there has been a certain man that's been calling Chinese Pod and, dare I say, harassing a few of our girls here. And you can do
Yeah.
a lot of stuff to us. You can make fun of Colleen's musical choice if you want.
You
But
can kick Eric under the table.
you can kick me under the table. But what you don't do is call, brag about your accomplishments, and start to give a girls a bit of crap. Don't do that. And we know who you are, and you know who you are. And oh, by the way, that award you won for the other thing, not that big of a deal. Do you know what I'm talking about? So please, if you call Chinese Pod, be nice, or we will call you out.
It's me that answers the phone. Please be nice.
Be nice to Colleen,
nice.
for God's sakes.
And the funniest is when people say, "Your English is very good." Where are you from? Like, Canada.
Oh, okay, fantastic. Well done.
Finding a segue to that.
How do you segue from somebody who's mean to talking to Colleen to, oh, I know, meetups?
Meetups.
You're going back to Canada when?
Vancouver on the 18th of April.
That's
Okay.
just insanity.
I
She
haven't
just
told Chinese
us.
Pod yet, though. So.
You haven't told Chinese Pod.
Another reason for the management
Whoops.
to listen to
I
the
suggest you
Saturday
tell them on
Like 2
Friday. Well done. So you're going back supposedly, in theory,
Yep.
to Vancouver, maybe. depending on how the chalk with the suits
Yeah,
go outside.
I'm going.
You're Vancouver. We've got a lot of listeners in Vancouver.
Exactly.
So I think you should, when you get back, meet up with Colleen.
Please meet up with me. I need to practice Chinese. And it's not like there's enough Chinese people there to practice with.
Yeah, that is true, actually, in Vancouver. So we've got that. And then for the May holiday, you guys have plans for May holiday? Well, you'll be back in Vancouver.
I'll be back.
May holiday, you're doing what?
I am going to play mahjong with my grandmother and eat a lot of food.
Excellent. Okay.
And what about you, Eric?
Well, I thank you for asking, Colleen. I'm going to be in Australia. I'm going to be in
Oh,
Sydney
lucky
and
you.
Brisbane. Yes, very lucky. And we're going to have another Chinese pod meetup there. So it's going to be May holiday, which is about May the 1st through May the 7th. Brisbane first, Sydney afterwards. We're going to do 2. So, by all means, I was getting ready to try to do my Australian accent, but every time I do it, it sounds Scottish. So
Unless there's an Australian in the room and you can copy them. And
That's
then
right.
you probably sound great.
Well, that's right. Yeah. Colleen,
Good eye, mate.
thank you. You spent time.
Good eye, mate.
Yes,
You
Jenny should
spent
know.
time in
Yes.
Australia, did you not?
Yes, I
Go ahead
did.
and tell. We haven't talked about that enough, I think.
No,
How long?
because
what
it's
were you
always
doing?
about you. And
Yes. Please tell me about Sydney so I know where to go,
It's
Jenny.
it's the loveliest place on earth.
Do you think
I
so?
say
we
that
say the same
about
thing about
everything.
Texas. Yeah.
Yes.
when were you
the
there?
people are gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I think
Really?
I got most of my gorgeousness from my years in Australia.
It does rub off. It does rub off.
No, you will love how just warm and unassuming everybody and the place is.
Right.
I read a stat that every 1 out of 9 Sydney sider is born overseas.
Really?
So yeah, they're incredibly open and diverse.
What did you
and
call
the
them?
Weather. Sydney ciders.
Sydney ciders?
Wow.
Who knows? It might be.
I would have said Sydney.
I would have said
Sydney
Sydneyites.
ciders.
Aussies, basically.
Aussies.
Right.
So you spent
What were
time.
you
How
doing
long were you there?
For 4.5 years.
Whoa! I didn't know that.
God.
Between the years of,
2000.
and I'm guessing 2004.
Yeah, the end of 2004.
Okay, great.
The math show.
Yes, it really is.
2.5. Early 2005.
Okay, love it. I take it.
Love
So
it.
if you could write some places down, maybe you, Jenny, picks the place that we meet up,
Yes.
and then we all meet.
Bondi Beach.
We'll do the Bondi Beach.
Oh my
The
goodness.
Bondi Beach or the Manly Beach thing.
You
The
get to see
thing
Eric
great
shave-
about
Shaved
Sydney is
chest. Hopefully
Shaved
not Coca-Cola on it.
Yeah, thanks for that. It really ruined my day. So it says Chinese Pod Meetup. You pick the place, Bondi Beach.
Yes.
Definitely, it's going to be May 1st through May the 7th, and then a few weeks prior, it's going to be the
Right.
Chinese Pod Meetup in Vancouver.
And if there's
Actually, it's
anyone
going to
in
be the I
Vancouver, message
used to
me.
work for Chinese Pod, and I'm now writing the coattails of my past employment meetup. But you still
Did
gonna
I
do it.
bring up the meetup in Vancouver? No.
That's true.
I just realized Ken and I, we were practically in none of the meetups.
Well, that's true. Actually,
It's because you just stay here.
that's true.
Yeah.
You guys hold. the
Even
fort
though
down.
we had a few smallish meetups.
Another small meetup. If anybody here in Shanghai or in the neighboring areas, I do want to remind you that the Huashan bike race, the mountain bike race, is coming up next week in Shidi, Huashan. This is gorgeous.
Beautiful ancient town, Xidi.
It is. Oh, it's fantastic. And it's just you're riding, mountain bikes through it. There's a very tough race, and there's actually a very fun race. Guess which one I'm going to attempt? The smoker, who hasn't been on a bike in years. But like I said, we're all going to be, we're taking a bunch of people up there. If you're in Shanghai, you're
Will you
more
be
than welcome.
wearing your tights? Like, what do you call it?
A spandex?
Yes.
With the
Oh.
padded bum? Yeah.
Just a padded bum.
Just a padded bum.
Oh, there's a
Maybe a
actually
hat.
padded bum.
Oh, of course, because you get the.
Do you
There,
have
anyway.
to have your own bike?
What's that? No, you can actually rent your bike, which is the
Okay.
first thing they're doing this year. 400 kwai, 1,000 kwai down deposit.
good.
Down
Okay.
deposit? Down payment?
Down payment, deposit.
Again, helping
And
us
how
with
do
our
you
English.
find out more information?
You would go to Google and try. I don't know. There's a
Or
website.
Baidu.
There's
You
a
know how
website
often
we'll
I
put
tell
up.
users that? They're like, how do I do that? I'm like, Google search
Google.
it.
Come on, right?
Why are you asking me? Google search it.
Right. Anything? What else? What else we got?
Another small meetup. Perhaps
small
you've heard of the Olympics.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
They just revealed the Olympic medals
Did they know?
on the 24th.
Are they better looking than the mascots? Please say yes.
They're not.
I love the
actually
mascots.
that
What do you
Seriously?
mean? A group of mascots.
They're just kind of.
If you want to know
creepy.
who they are and what they symbolize, you can go to ChinesePot.com. We did
Yeah.
a lesson.
Have
on
you heard the
that.
names, Eric?
I have not.
Okay, what is it? It's like Huanying, Beijing.
北京欢迎你
So they named them Huan Huang,
莹莹
Bei
贝
Bei,
贝晶晶 and Nini.
Nice.
Cute.
Okay, I
They're
like
not
it.
cute.
Cute. Maybe that's why I don't like it. But the medals apparently
The medals,
are
the
hot.
front, we can put up a
Hot.
picture. The front has a person with the wings and the back has jade.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cool.
The jade is cool how they have the Chinese
And
symbolism.
expensive.
Oh, I'm sure they are. But I tell you what, I was just up in Beijing about 3 months ago. Amazing amazing stuff they've got going. The bird's nest, the swimming
Oh,
pool.
yes,
Have you
yes,
seen the
those
swimming
two are-
pool?
No.
That's like an optical kind of illusion.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Is that the bird's nest one? That's like
Well, that's the Olympic
the main
Stadium.
stadium.
Yes, but the swimming pool has like
It's like water bubbles.
yeah, it's crazy.
Oh,
It's like this
wow.
kind of effect. Whatever. We should put up some pictures
Do you
or
know
like
where the designer was from?
yeah, Google. So okay, so we've got that coming up. Beijing. A lot of people actually moving down here. I've got a few messages on MySpace. People moving here
To
for
track you down.
probably that
Ask
too.
Queen.
As in the world turns as.
All right.
Not as the other.
So why are they moving down here?
Well, just a lot of people are moving here, but especially they're like, I'd like to get in and live in China and be there, a few months before the Olympics and stuff like Chandra. Her name is Chandra, one of my MySpace
Chandra.
friends.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
She's hot.
I'm getting lots more Facebook friends.
Are you really now?
Lots of nice compliments for all you guys on there.
Oh, you can
thanks.
share
I
those
don't
with us.
even know how to use my
Most cool people don't, Jenny. Don't worry about it. MySpace,
MySpace and Facebook.
definitely.
So, ask Jenny.
Ask Jenny.
What is this Tomb Sweeper holiday coming up? It sounds so scary.
Spooky.
Tomb
No,
Sweeper.
But it's actually really beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful time of the year.
Yeah.
Spring, and it's a holiday where you pay respect to your deceased family members.
Is this where, because you can walk down the street and buy like these huge paper mansions and money and you burn them. Is this the
But
same?
I've rarely seen those in Shanghai.
Oh, I
though.
see them everywhere.
Really?
Yeah.
Fake suits and everything.
Little mobile
Yeah,
phones
Yeah,
and
just
stuff.
mobile phones. Everything your ancestors might need in the past life, in the afterlife.
I mean, but is
I've
that
never
so?
done
So you
that.
buy those and you take them actually to the tomb and you light them on
Yeah.
fire. Is that what you
Yes.
do?
Yes.
Okay, all right. And what about sometimes you'll see just like a little chalk outline in somebody's house, and then they're burning that.
Yes.
What is that for the same thing?
Yes.
Is
How
it?
they
What does
play.
it mean with the chalk outline?
Just kind
Don't
of
stand-
symbolize
yeah.
don't stand here.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't tread on my.
Ancestors.
Ancestors,
Heads.
please. True. So yeah. So and it's how do you say that word? I guess the
清明节. 清明节.
Jingbing tomb.
清明 festival.
Sorry.
Cool.
And you eat there's a food that goes with every holiday and festival.
Of
in
course, do
China.
tell.
Yes, the green rice balls.
The green rice balls. Okay.
They are intensely green, like an emerald color, made of sticky rice, and it has red bean paste inside.
Ooh.
Very nice. Okay. I do have to ask Cassandra Mises, are you taping the whole thing, Cassandra, or are you stopping and starting?
Starting?
Are you stopping and starting, or are you taping the whole thing?
你是连着一起拍的还是？
连着一起拍。
Ah, yes.
Has she-
She's filming the whole thing.